Hey everyone, this is Nitro. It is now day 46 since the Covenants have been released. It's actually been quite some time because the last time I did a video was day 33, so it's been 13 days, close to 2 weeks, for me to hit level 48, which lets me unlock the next stage of the Covenants. So just got my first level here, raised my Thor Star Souls significantly, but I'm not going to use them yet. So let's move in and get into playing the battles in Kingdom of the Aurora. So let's jump in. Right, this is the second last one. Right, the last one unlocks at level 55, so that will be even longer wait. But let's get around to doing the Interplanetary Cloister 919293. So first one, counterattack damage is increased by 200%. So the feat for this battle is to send 4 or less heroes into battle, which is a challenge, but I'm going to be bringing Yulia, who can revive, SP Elwyn, who can revive, Illustrial, because she has very long range strikes, and then Liana for Act Again, Heal, and Prayer. So without further ado, I think I'm basically ready to start, so let's just begin. And I'm just going to begin with Elwyn Faction. And then I'm going to have Yulia launch out her Discipline Strike to start, and then healing up from it. Illustrial can then with Other's Bow attack at 3 range, killing off that target, and maybe I'll just place it back here. And then Liana is going to Act Again Yulia, so that Yulia can Godly Menace. And the character positioning has to be the way it was to avoid getting hit by this Pirate Raider. So let's just have Yulia Godly Menace strike this Dark Alchemist. So far so good. Yulia gets hit by the Dwarven Adventurer in melee range, so I get to heal to full. And then the Dark Alchemist actually kills itself in this situation, which is a bonus. It might AoE as well. In this case, it killed itself, which I'm totally good with. So now, I'm going to start with Yulia launching out her Discipline Strike on the Spider Race to crush it. Next up, why don't I drop the Thunder God summoning like so, and I think I'm just going to have it Flash Thunder Strike with Dark Alchemist and one-shot that. Perfect. So then, Illustrial can 3 range strike the Pirate Raider, getting rid of all those soldiers, and I can have Elwyn just Rain of Glory and Frontal Assault strike this Dwarven Adventurer, leaving just 1 target left. And it's just going to fight against my Yulia, take a whole bunch of damage, and then we can just easily finish it off like so. Victory! And no one on your team, well, 4 less heroes were sent to battle. There we go. So the second battle is 9-2 Interplanetary Cloister. Feat here is no more than 1 of your units dies, and the effect for this battle is enemies gain armor at the start of battle. It blocks 1 attack, reducing damage taken by 80%. Can't be dispelled, ignores immunity. And they also gain the armor buff again after their action. So you gotta remove it, then kill them. So let's begin. So the second battle, I'm just going to deploy my Meteor Party with Zerda, Omega. Omega brings Shinobi because you have to damage the enemies, so Dark Elf Snipers will be useless. I'll have Juggler, and finally I'll have Narm as the final character. So let's just begin. Come on, Danger Zone. So, faction buff, Zerda to start. Then Juggler is going to Sacred Beast him jump right away to damage these enemies and also slow some of them. So kaboom! All of them are damaged, but for the Crystal Warlock in the north. And now Omega can snipe down the first Crystal Warlock. He takes a whole bunch of damage, but that's fine. He will retreat and heal up a whole bunch of that. Then Shuri is going to stun strike Lobster Behemoth to start. And heal up. Get another attack. Maybe I'll just have him attack the lobster yet again. And finally, Narm can, I guess, if I strike here, or rather, if I aim up here, I can shift further forward and maybe just launch out some piercing arrow to barely kill off the lobster and move back. So there we go. AoE damage, healing on allies from Juggler, and so far so good. Alright, so let's have Zerda trigger Heart of Alhazar to start. I need to continue to avoid these characters while killing off the enemies that I want to take down. So maybe I'll just... Now this is annoying because I'll have to damage the Crystal Warlock. So let's just drop Thor to start to get rid of that shield. And then maybe I'll have him... Hammer of Thunder here. To break the shield on some of these enemies. Alright, perfect. So first, Omega will strike from a forest tile, getting maximum damage output. Kill off that other Crystal Warlock. And then I'll wait. Now I have to kill these enemies. So Narm will finish off the lobster. Let's have Shuri begin fighting against the Tidal Elf. And then have Juggler Beast Shock and kill that Tidal Elf. Perfect. And then maybe I'll just wait here. Just to get some fixed damage into them. Ooh, ow. But I live. That's what's most important. So that's the plan. Strike the Redeemers and retreat. Then jump strike and finish it off. And then maybe I'll just melee attack with Shuri. She kills herself and revives. And triggers an act again. So that she can strike again. Then Zerad I can jump in and range attack. Omega can jump in and range attack, getting the kill. So there we go. No more than one of my units dies. Nobody actually died. And we're good. And then we're on the third battle. 9-3, Interplanetary Cloister. So, feats here is no one from your team was killed. Win the battle from 4 rounds. All stats except for hit points are increased by 30% for the enemies. Fixed damage taken is also increased by 30%. Interesting. And after actively attacking, deals 1 instance of fixed damage equals to 1 times the caster's attack to all other enemies within 2 blocks. That actually is a friendly buff, so that makes things easier on you. Alright, let's jump in and begin. The secret to this third battle is Bozel with his crazy debuffs. So I'm going to bring Descent of Chaos, Seal, and Earthquake. The goal is to silence all these enemies and just make them so that they're easy kills. To support this, I'm going to have Bernhard as my tank, bringing Overlord's Ambition, Shield Bash, and Parry. Leon will be a DPS with Blue Dragon Strike, Chivalry, and Legion, and Lucretia will be my other DPS with 3 single target hits. My healer is going to be Florentia with Resounding Might, Heal, and Strategic Regroup, so let's just begin. There's lots of other healer options though. I mean, Tiaras should be great here too, as an alternative. I'm just going to start with Bernhard faction buffing. And then I'm going to have my Bozel move up like this and begin with launching out a Descent of Chaos. So that will hit them all with a crazy number of debuffs. He'll trigger a fixed damage hit to debuff some more. Perfect. So now let's have Leon, Chivalry. Let's have him Blue Dragon Strike, the Elven Archer, and one-shot it. And then move down and maybe just AoE damage these 2. Perfect. Now, I'm going to have Florentia move up and cast her Strategic Regroup heal on my party here. And act again my Bozel. And Bozel is now going to apply Earthquake on these northern characters only. Because I need to stat debuff them to make sure they don't do that much damage. And they also get silence and so on. Perfect. This, another hit, some more debuffs. And I'm just going to have Lucretia launch out her 3C skill on the Forest Priest with crazy high int to make sure it dies. Perfect. I'm not afraid of physical strikes. Even though the Tidal Elf has a lot of stats, I'm not that afraid of them. But I am very, very afraid of high int. That's the thing that would probably kill me. Let's just end turn. Forest Priest attacks Florentia. She lives and takes the hit. Now, Bernhard will be taking hits with those Steelmane Werewolves in the moment. So first hit, second hit, third hit, and there we go. And now let's continue to crush enemies. So the question is who to kill first. Well, let's have Lucretia wipe out, or try to wipe out, as the case may be, Tidal Elves. Maybe I'll just have this Magic Pulse, Florentia. Now, who to kill? Is the question. Well, I'll have Bernhard Shield Bash, the Dark Centurion. And maybe I'll have another Descent of Chaos. And cast this. Might as well drop the Thunder God, which will ensure that the tank dies there. And I can have the Thunder God crush Pedal Health. Morenka might as well range attack and kill the Steelmane Werewolves. And maybe heal up Bernhardt. And then Leon can strike the Pirate Raiders and kill it off. So, there we go. Turn 2, all the enemies melt. No one from your team was killed. Win the battle in 4 rounds. Definitely other parties you can run. Like, I mean, for example, I'm sure if you run Tierras and maybe another tank like Landius or something, that will work great too. Or Christiane. Yeah. I just used Bernhard because it worked out for me. So now you get the Wings of the Valkyrie, Banquet Seat, and a whole bunch of Gold of the Abyss. So I'm just going to use the Covenant Seat, which is like this or something, doesn't really matter. No, put another character in. There we go. And now I can start the final leveling. So the final Covenant upgrades. So this would be another level. And that gives me 11 Thor Star Souls, which, if possible, I want to see 5, 6, 7. So the 3% soldier defense is going to take more than that, but I'm going to go for it. So I'm just going to upgrade this one, and I'm on the verge of getting soldier defense 3%, because now I already have 6% HP, 6% attack, 6% magic defense. Just need a 6% defense on the soldiers. In the other stats, right, attack is at 30, int is at 30, magic defense is at 20. Right? Hit points just increased to 80. I'm just missing defense, skill, and hit points. Right? And all those techs are actually available. Like their hit point 80 here, right? Defense hit point increase there. I think there's another hit point increased here, for example. There are various defense increasing ones that are available readily. It's just I just need the points to unlock them. Right? But basically, pretty much all the core techs have been unlocked at this point. It's just finalizing the stats, and after that I might actually upgrade Thor a bit more. Like, Thor is probably the lowest priority to me. First priority is to maximize my hero stat increases and soldier stat increases. After that is when I look at Thor. And yeah, things are moving very, very smoothly here. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this useful. And on that note, Nitro out.